What's up, everybody? We are back at the hotel. It's Saturday night. Tomorrow there's another day of the convention, but we're heading out by lunchtime. We'll be flying out, so we're not gonna be able to make it back to the show. So we're getting organized, trying to get everything packed up and get settled here before we fly out tomorrow. Before we did leave, because I'm gonna show you guys what all I picked up, because mine's a lot of dollar box stuff and But my brother went with me, obviously, and you saw him in a couple of the videos. Mike Mack shoots film, and so today we went downtown Chicago. We explored a little bit. We shot a video for his channel, but we rushed back to get to the convention because he didn't get to go as much as I did. And he wanted to buy some investment cards, and today, end of a show, is a good day to make real deals with some of these dealers because they're wanting to move inventory before they leave. So we went back today. Some of the stuff I saw that I wanted him to see was still there. He wanted to get a few like big cards, like mantles and just goats, a lot of goat rookies. So we made that happen, and I'm gonna share those buys with you today. Like I said, I was right there with them because he's just getting back into the hobby. I mean, he and I collected for a long time as kids, but we weren't in these kind of realms of buying these kinds of cards. So,
yeah, I mean, a $30 card to me back in the day was it was out of my budget completely.
86 Jose Canseco rookie card was a big card back then.
Yeah. And
to us,
and I knew that I wanted specific players, but it's a very detailed game, and you have to have that knowledge up to date, and I didn't have that. So Jason was able to point me in the direction with what I wanted, but also help me with the not get ripped off, get a great deal, and look out for condition, especially raw cards.
Yeah, the mistakes I already made since coming back to the hobby, I was able to help him not make those same mistakes. So if you know someone get back in the hobby, help them do that too, so they don't. Because you do get excited and nostalgia about some of the old, like they're a lot of the late '80s, early '90s stuff. Wow, and it's okay to buy some of that stuff if you really want your PC. You can buy whatever you want, right? But for an investment, not so much. You know what I mean? Okay. So we were looking today. Let's go ahead and let's show. His biggest card is a mantle. So I'm just going to set this one up and let you see it here. All right, so he picked up, this is so the big mantle that's worth, that PSA 10, 9, and 10 is selling for millions, is a 52 mantle. This is a 52 Bowman. Okay, so mantle does have a 51 Bowman. Mm-hmm. Well, this one is a 52, the same year as the Big Topps rookie.
Right.
This is the only one on the floor that we saw. No other dealers had this card, but this one guy who had quite a few.
He had probably 80 mantles, and I knew I wanted a mantle, and I wanted something investment worthy.
He was one of the few dealers that had just display cases full of mantles.
Yeah, and this was a really rare one. To Jason's point, we didn't see it anywhere else.
No other dealer had it. So it's not. He didn't pay.
I did not pay anywhere near that.
It says $10,000 on it, but he didn't pay that. I think he paid $2,200.
Yeah.
And it's raw, but we were looking at PSA 2 comps are $2,900. So the guy gave him a really good deal.
Yeah, and even if I break even on it, I know over time. Yeah, it's an investment. This is something I'm gonna get graded in brick, and then put it away. It'll be in a slab and it'll be locked up.
Store money into this card.
Right.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's cool. It's an investment, but it's also something that you can be passionate about. Baseball.
All right, let's go through the big ones and then we'll fly through the smaller stuff.
Which one you want to hit next?
The Trout.
Yeah. So I definitely wanted Mike Trout for sure, but they were all 10s on the floor, and I had dropped a good bit of my money on that Mickey Mantle for sure. But this was something quick and easy. I got a great deal. Your connection with that one guy really helped out.
Yeah. So actually, I interviewed. You saw where I interviewed Floyd, and Floyd worked him a deal over at Floyd's Soda. Check out the video that I just dropped. The interview with him. Yeah, he bundled some stuff. This was one of them.
Yeah.
We got a fabulous deal. This is a PSA 8. It's selling for between $850 to $1,000 right now.
Right.
And I don't know. He probably wound up getting that for in the $750 range.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, and part of that bundle deal. Oh, yeah. This was So Nolan Ryan, it's his what?
Second year, but it's his first solo card.
Yeah, let's see.
So this what year is it?
That's a 69
69.
tops. Yeah.
Ryan, and it's actually. I mean, let's see if you can get a little closer. And hold on, let me touch it. So there's a. Don't want to get the light on it, but you can see how sharp the edges are on this thing, and if I could turn it, you can see how it's pretty well centered. It's a really good copy. That's like his favorite card, right?
Yeah, this was the card that I'm most excited about. I mean, I got 2 mantles today, but I'm still more pumped about the Ryan. This is the mantle. I bought this in that package deal with the Trout. And this is where I needed Jason to help me out, right? I know what I wanted, but I don't have that like day-to-day knowledge. And like he was talking about, it's so easy to get caught up, and you'll just blow money and that you don't need to, and with just a little bit of like due diligence. Especially knowing about grading, like that's what I really appreciate you helping me with. Like, you're not a grading expert, but you know directionally what it's gonna be, and you were able to help me with some of the basics that seem obvious now that you told me, like centering and stuff like that. But when you're like me, you just, you don't think about that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so this guy here, this is, what is this? It's a 61 mantle. So, I just really like that one, and it was a great price, right?
So a lot of people try to get one of each year of Mantle. So these kind of cards that people they'll never go out of style, and they'll never not be volume of inventory that's being moved of this kind of card. It's that big of a card. So I bought this in a bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Brady. This is like a lower end Brady rookie, but like if you want a low end Brady rookie and you can get it in a Gem Mint 10, there's not you don't have any options really. Well, this one was maybe 800, I think you might have paid for it. No, 550.
550.
550 in the bundle was 550, and then PSA 10 Aaron Rodgers. Obviously a little bit more speculative than a Brady, but I mean the guy's won the MVPs, won the Super Bowl, so not really all that speculative. And he bundled those two together, made a deal at the very end of the show at like 6 o'clock, and the guy was just comping off of Sports Card Investors, whatever that website is, and so actually this card in a PSA 10, we've seen it sell for 800. We were looking, it sold for 6 to 8, and he got it for 550 today in this deal. So did really well on this too.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to spend that money. I was actually at PSA trying to get the mantle graded, and they said, hey, I wouldn't be there for the show. And as we're walking out, of course, Jason's stalking every card, every table for deals. And I was like, oh, what are you looking at? And then I was like, oh boy. And this is where his knowledge came in, right? Because I knew, if I was going to spend just a little bit more money.
He was looking at Joe Burrow. I was like, nix that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, help me watch. Because it is investment, right? I can watch these players, and I know these players growing up, but it's like, I don't have that knowledge, but what's the best for my dollar? And it seemed like that was it.
Last couple here, some other vintage, sort of semi-modern vintage, but big, just greats of the game. Some of the best players of the game here. That's a Ripken rookie, and then that's a Joe Montana rookie. Yeah. They're raw, but they're both in good condition. That when we say good 6 to 8, if you got anywhere if he graded them and got anywhere in those ranges, he's gonna make decent money, or he'll be up already off of the deals he got for these, and can't go wrong with these guys that are super sought after.
And buying them raw, they were relatively cheap compared to everything else.
These were bundled in that deal with the Trout and the Mantle.
And the 61 Mantle, yeah.
So they all kind of, I told them after, really what happened with that deal was the Trout and the Mantle, he basically got these free, essentially, in that deal.
Yeah, and I'll get these graded.
Yeah, they're awesome. And then a couple other big, he bought a few hobby boxes, and some of the Silver Prism stuff that we got, he bought some of those boxes. I bought some too. He got a big hit out of a Prism box. Show him that Redemption.
Yeah. This is Justin Fields. It's
Prism draft picks.
Yeah, and it's the red.
The red. It's probably numbered to 299, but it's
and signature.
It's a Redemption. That's it. If I can get it to focus. There you go. So Justin Fields autograph. Redemption. I think they're numbered to 299. The Reds are. So I think that was the biggest hit of his life. He hit a couple Trevors in there, and one of them got graded.
Yeah.
And it had a print line. We didn't catch it, so it was this one.
Yeah.
Right here. So this was on me because I didn't catch it either. It's actually, if I turn it up, I dropped a video on this and others caught it right away. It was kind of bad that I missed it. It's right there in the middle of the card, big print line. But I mean, if you look at the subgrades, there's, it's a good card. It just, that surface print line knocked it down to a 8. All good though.
But it's still a win because my son is a diehard Jags fan, and he's going crazy. I'm gonna give him that card, and to him it's a big deal, just like when we were kids. And
it's a big card for him.
Right, for
really
him it's
card.
great. So that's the cool thing about the sport. While for me it's not gonna be an investment grade thing, I can still get value out of it giving it to my kid, and he loves it. He went crazy about it.
Right. So it's not all about getting PSA 10s, like some people may try to make it out to be. And the hobby, trickles down from, like you said, kids, young kids to teens to right on up to people spending hundreds or millions of dollars. So
right,
spans the whole gamut. And these are a couple more.
Oh yeah.
From the silver packs.
Yeah, we got these from redeeming for the Panini boxes.
Chronicles mega boxes.
2020 boxes. Yeah, and I pulled a Tom
These are
Brady.
big hits. These are big hits.
This Tom Brady is 1 of 10. It's actually 6 of 10. Pulled that out.
And we graded them on site with CSG right there. Next day we picked them up.
Yeah, it was a great experience. And then this is just a Trevor Lawrence, and he's actually in his Jags uniform, and it's a 9.5. So
number to 50.
And this is number to 50 as well.
And I think that was all the ones that we were gonna show.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's a lot of smaller ones, but
yeah, he's got he got all the hits out of that box, those mega box, hobby box Prism draft picks. But we're not gonna show all that. We want to show the bigger investment pieces that he got, because when you see mine, you're gonna see I was looking for value and cheap stuff, because I set up at sports card shows, so I like to have a little bit more inventory. That was my goal with this. His goal was to get some investment grade stuff. He did that. Very proud of him. It was a good time, so just wanted to share that with you, and I'll be doing a follow-up and show you what all I picked up here at the card show in a follow-up video. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in to another one. Doses.